We're back.
Are we though?
From outer space.
And I'm back.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einsteins. Da 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 da. Now we're gonna get copyright struck. Anyway.
No,
If you
it was
save
way
the
more than
VOD.
8 notes.
No.
All right. So, you're reading the book, Selira.
I am. I'm reading the book.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wait. Oh no. Oh no.
But they can't get in.
I got a 7.
Yikes. Yikers. Double 7.
After reading the book for about an hour, you become unwilling to part with it.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Hmm?
Whoops.
Well, I was already, so.
All right. Otherwise, everything. Go ahead and roll a perception check, and I'm going to roll some dice.
Okay. Rolling perception. So close.
For the first bout of your stint
trip.
throughout, of your stint throughout the watch, you have a little bit of difficulty adjusting to being inside this, seeing outside of it. It's a bit new for you.
It's a little
However,
bit freaky.
luckily enough, there doesn't appear to be any sort of creepy monsters or crawlies coming after you. So, the first 2 hours of your watch goes by unabated.
All right.
Go ahead and roll another perception check. Yes.
Another 5.
Oh my god.
I'm really into this book.
Apparently.
Roll the dice.
Oh shit. All right.
Uh-oh.
Bad.
This is like the best way this could have happened. As you were sitting reading the book, you see as the gold shimmering of the writing slowly shifts to that of a verdant purple.
Okay.
As it does so, the language of the writing seems to warp and change into that of Elvish.
What does it say?
I will say this is go ahead and give me a fucking wisdom or intelligence check. See
check.
how much you can
Oh,
read,
fuck it.
because there may or may not be limited time.
19.
Oh, shit.
19. All right. As you read through the book, there's a lot here to get through, and like as soon as the writing shifts, you immediately like. It's important to note that the book also glows bright purple when this happens. As it does so, you begin reading immediately. There's a lot of the beginning of the book mentions that written in sort of its own wording, but essentially what it mentions is that is this prelude is that the beings you will be interacting with and using to further our own stabilization, they are not people. You shouldn't treat them as people. You shouldn't get attached. You shouldn't pity them. They are there to serve our purpose, and they have no purpose outside of this. Even though they may think they do. Reading further on, it goes over procedures such as like the invasion procedures, which require tearing a small hole in both realities
I'm taking notes.
for a moment as way to allow someone in to allow passage. Essentially, it mentions a a containment device that contains a great many of people that is used to transport these strange doppelganger-esque creatures to this reality in a short amount of time. And lastly, it mentions one of the procedures in the book that is like super classified, is like has a bunch of writing. If you are lesser than this rank, don't continue reading on.
I continue reading on.
All right.
That's against
And
the rules.
What's the rank?
Zergoth.
Zergoth.
And
I get a little thrill from disobeying that rule. I've never done that before.
all right. As you do so, you turn to the next page, and it says like emergency evacuation, and written within it states the prelude to this chapter. It states, "This is only to be done when we have absolutely met something that we cannot and will not defeat, and that is dangerous to our own kind should it be let loose into our world. This ritual will evacuate any living of our breed out from this plane and also seal it off permanently. Let it be known that should this evacuation be taken place, and it not deemed worthy of such practice, the one who initiated it, once returned, will be put to death."
Once returned to Limbo.
Yes.
Oh.
And beyond that, it states that in order to complete the ritual, they need to open the book to this page, which has a large arcane sigil on it. And in exact words, fuel it with intense magic, magic that normally only the what they call warden would be able to fuel.
Ooh.
After that last message is read, the book shifts back to the yellow, and as it does so, you hear probably Salira, you would probably hear in your ear the trailing laughter of a high-pitched woman before the book returns to its normal form.
Does the laughter sound familiar?
It does not.
I look at the, like, scribbled rapid notes I've taken. And
They generally reflect what you had been writing down, because good intelligence check.
And I look at my sleeping traveling companions. And I start looking at the sigil for the ritual page.
All right.
And I do that until my watch is over, unless something else happens.
All right. Nope, that'll be it. It's probably about 30 minutes after this point that your 4 hours of watch is up, and you may choose what to do now.
I keep reading the book I keep looking at the sigil for a little bit longer, like trying to determine what this magic might be, if I'm familiar with it at all.
Go ahead and make a Arcana check.
17.
17. Though it's the language of it is foreign, I will say after you take some time to look over this area specifically, which is just as legible as anything else. However, upon inspecting this glyph, arcane sigil, specifically, you can sort of define it as a form of arcane battery. It takes arcane energy and to fuel whatever is trying to be attempted.
Okay.
So maybe just I will say that that it could take a various amount of magical energy in order to fill it up, or it could just simply take a certain amount of spell levels to fill it up.
Okay. Exhilarated. I close the book and my notebook, and I go to wake up Brandy. I touch her shoulder. Brandy? Brandy?
Yes. My watch.
Yes. I read the book.
Read the book.
The language changed. It went back to deep speech, but I could read it. For a little while. I'll tell you the rest in the morning.
Right. Need your rest, son. Good night. And I take my watch.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception while I roll some dice over here.
Just rolling dice. Don't worry about it.
Just a couple of days.
Fuck.
Perish.
Oof.
Oh no.
All right. All right. So, as you begin your watch, you are quickly not distracted, but off-put just by the thought of the creature earlier. It appeared again despite all the effort you put into dispelling these beasts. That kind of takes your mind for the better part of your watch. However, as you finally shake yourself awake, or shake yourself back to reality, don't shut up. You
It was gravity, dude.
But what about
Uh,
gravity?
you you realize it has been 2 hours that have passed. Nothing appears to have happened.
Wake up, Hammerfell.
What? Something going on?
Figured it's still time for a while.
Oh, oh.
You're a little bit more perceptive than time in this uneventful watch.
Very well. Sleep well. I'll kind of get up, get situated. Kind of call Francis over, and
Do we have Francis in the hut?
maybe.
Francis cannot fit in the hut.
How big is the hut?
He must stay outside.
No.
It just says, yeah.
I think it
he
says
cannot
larger.
fit.
I think it says it can't fit large people.
Medium or
inside.
smaller, anything larger cannot be inside.
Oh, sad.
Oh.
Oh.
Outside. The horse stays outside.
No. I'll probably step outside and then hang out with him out there.
All right. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, and
Perception. Check.
I will cast light on my hammer and use it to look around because
Alright.
I don't have dark vision. So, no, there's that. And Francis is assisting me, but
Yeah.
he didn't really help too much. 12.
I got a similar roll. Selira, where on your person is the book?
I'm like holding it with my notebook while I sleep.
Ah,
I'm really excited.
And
Well,
you're
Or
also
while I
like
meditate.
semi-conscious, right?
Yeah.
She's
so the
she's day reading. She's
the
sleep
book
reading.
once again glows a bright purple.
Do I
And
feel
and I
anything?
noticed
Mole.
you wouldn't feel anything.
Okay, it is. I'm holding it while I have it like on me while I'm laying on my back meditating.
All right.
and I noticed this.
I would say so. Yeah.
Huh.
If it's just being held and it just begins to glow bright purple.
Okay. Kind of look at it. Take note. I'll go over and I'll I'll ask Solara. Solara, are you awake? I never
Yes.
quite know how this works.
I'm awake. What? Is
Oh,
everything all right?
your the book appears to be glowing.
I open
Done
it
that
immediately and go back to the page where I was.
All right.
Ooh.
This time, the language is written in giant.
I can read that.
Here.
I can read.
Oh, I recognize
Um,
this script.
It's in giant. I hold on to it, but I let him see it.
All right.
I'm kind of like leaning over his shoulder to see this.
Who?
It stays shifted for 10 minutes.
Oh.
Oh. We keep reading. I've already read the first part. Do I read faster than Sir Hammerfell?
Oh, absolutely.
Probably.
Then I'm reading the book.
Wait, I wasn't done with that page yet. I was on the third paragraph.
I will say.
No, you're the one who is who are versed in this and already know what
Yeah. I show him my notes from before.
Are they written in Elvish?
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes.
Never mind. I'm taking more notes. Everything I
I
read is in
can't
Elvish.
read.
Okay, it's. I mean, it's mostly in Elvish. She's so excited she doesn't remember how embarrassed she is about her note-taking handwriting.
All right.
Because it's a mess.
While there's not much beyond this, you are able to get into greater detail,
Okay.
especially with the ritual part. Being able to go through the strange sort of way of mouth rather than just like the way it's written. There's also strange, weird slang that is thrown around.
I write down the slang.
Okay, there is. It requires a certain level of spells. It requires a total of 12 spell levels in order for this arcane battery to be filled. So 4 third levels, 3 fourth levels, or 1 12th level.
Mm.
And
just
it
one
needs
of
to be
those.
cast like on the book.
It needs to be like sort of
Sure.
forced into the book. So if you were to maybe place your hand on top, you would see as you would feel your arcane energy attempting to be taken by the book, and you can sort of hold it at bay, but you could also release it in.
Okay, can only one person do it, or can multiple mages do it?
I'll say go ahead and make an intelligence check to see how much you're able to delve deeper into the exact intricacies of what is required.
Nat 20!
Are you fucking...
Let's go.
Multiple people can contribute. It just needs to be each hand needs to be placed on the sigil, or rather, like stacked upon the hands above the sigil, sort of like a team huddle when they go 1, 2, 3 Jaguars or whatever. Um, uh,
Jaguar.
so it sort of creates an arcane conductor that will allow you to connect everyone's personal magic reservoir to the arcane battery.
Sir
what
Hammerfell,
is
you've
it?
probably never seen Solera like this excited.
He's kind of like getting like wrapped up in the energy of it. So even though he doesn't quite understand everything, he's
And
kind of getting
she's
excited as well.
as she's like talking as she reads and takes notes. It's probably like sentence fragments a little bit. She's not really paying attention to what she's saying. On some
Is
level,
it all
she's
in
trying
common?
to tell Sir Hammerfell what it is. Yeah, she's speaking common.
All right.
She's just really excited. I don't know how to make this. And when I assume it changes back. You said 10 minutes.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's quite interesting. Well, what about spells that can be cast repeatedly, like ones that take time? Would those
Like a
perhaps
ritual
work?
spell.
Yes.
I would assume it only matters what level they're cast at.
Well, I'm not sure if there's like a time window
I've
for
I've never
these to
cast a
be.
ritual spell.
Oh, really?
I don't know how they work. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no worries. It is that seems to be different for everyone.
Well,
Brandy sort of plucks her magic from the air. I simply do a bit of a longer form prayer. I wouldn't be sure how one of your rituals would work.
they just sort of happen. It's
Hmm.
I've always had it. I had to learn them. Growing up, you start with the basics. I did have a teacher, but uh, the lessons were more about learning to find that uh, magical energy within yourself and shape it into something that can actually work. You start very small with things I do all the time now with cleaning things or with warming them up or
Yes, yes, yes.
little
Uh,
illusions, things like that,
mhm.
and then progress to larger things. I didn't really study it at school. I but it at some point it's just like extending your arm. It just
It comes
happens.
as like a nature, yes.
I will say, Solira, at this point, after the adrenaline has sort of gone away and you sort of begin this conversation, you realize you were only about like 3/4 of the way through your rest, and the the sleepiness and exhaustion sort of hits you like a ton of bricks.
um and it's my whole family can do it. My magic is different from my father's or my brother's was, but
Perhaps
the
this is a
book.
conversation for the morning?
Yes.
Oh, Woo, did
I'm sorry.
it flash this energy and allow for it flashes this strange light and allows for
Well,
people to read it.
wake me again if it does.
Oh, very well.
I should like to get as much translated as I can. We don't have a lot of text in deep speech. I'll have to write my teacher.
Oh,
I
I shall.
um I suppose I'm I'm going to lie down again. Thank you for waking me, Sir Hammerfell.
Yes, of course. All right, well, rest well.
She lays back down on her back with the book and notebook just like on her, like under her arms, and goes back to meditating.
All right.
I
I'll say-
return to my watch.
Nice. The rest of your watch goes by without any incident, and the morning comes, and you all come to consciousness, and the day is yours.
All my numbers go up. Also,
Oh, long
Celera and Brandy get aid.
Oh, thank you.
Smile.
Is it 15?
Plus 15.
All right.
As you wake up, Hairfell is performing a very similar ritual to what he did yesterday with the gauntlet, with the right gauntlet, and is now performing a very similar act with this large, massive heat that's kind of hard to see. And his left arm is bare at the moment. We could assume as the other gauntlet is within this roaring kind of flames.
Mm.
Celera looks at the book some more.
Hannah, where'd you get out of that book last night?
I could read it. It started glowing again during Sir Hammerfell's watch. We read more of it. We may have a way to banish these creatures completely.
Oh, so with that, when do we get started?
Well, none of us will probably ever be able to go to the plane of limbo, lest we be put to death. But there's this, and I open to the page with the arcane sigil. We need 12 levels of spells to be able to fill this. It's sort of like a reservoir for for arcane energy, and it can store the magic and begin the ritual. I took notes. It's back in deep speech, but I take out my notebook and show them the notes. It's an evacuation procedure that these beings would have had, to take them back to their native plane if there was a problem, if they needed to leave this plane. And it will take all of them out and seal the portal so they can never return. But we have to complete this ritual. We have to get arcane energy into the sigil, and once we do that, it should banish all of them forever. I'm not technically of the rank that I am supposed to be able to read this, but I assume it doesn't really matter because if we complete this ritual, anyone who does it will be put to death in the plane of limbo anyway. Although I assume they probably wouldn't like us there in the first place. So we just have to complete this ritual. Multiple people can do it, so we can just all use some of our spells and complete it, and they'll all be gone forever.
Hmm. And what's it need?
Arcane energy. Into the book, I close the book and put my hand on it and show them. Just all of us can put spells into it, although it will take up the same energy as if we had cast the spell.
Well, I mean, I could just do it.
What do you mean?
How much does it need?
12 levels?
Not
So
sure.
any one of us could simply do
Signing
it.
blinks, and he's just like, I can probably do it.
By yourself?
Shrugs. Not sure what a level is, but
I mean, I probably could do it. One of us probably could. It's quite a lot of magic, so or we could, I suppose, bring it to someone else who could. There are a lot of choices here.
does it just? Is there any incantation, or just
As far as I
once
can
it's
tell,
charged,
we
it
just-
works?
Cast the spell. That's what I read, right? Did I?
Yes, you just fill the arcane battery.
It's.
Well,
Is that? Let me see the symbol again, real quick, hon.
I hold up the book.
peak.
It's
What does it
essentially.
say?
Well,
it's
the sigil itself is just the arcane runes. Do you know those?
uh, however, you are able to read the rest of the writing.
Oh.
Um,
Hee hee.
uh,
Smile.
So
You-
it's back in deep speech now, but it changed into Elvish and then into Giant, and it glowed purple. I don't know. I don't know.
I read
what
it
you might
just
have
fine.
done. What?
Yes.
Yes.
What's it say,
Well,
Mr. DM?
I can't tell if you're Sinian or Mitch. God.
Yes.
You gotta use an accent, man.
One and the same.
They're one in the state we fusion danced.
As you read, it is the ritual that she speaks. It mentions putting a vast amount of magical knowledge, usually only provided by the wardens of these scent groups, in order to completely send back any remaining forces that originally originated from Limbo. Originally originated, so grown up. And completely seal off the land entirely. However, there are a bunch of warnings that this should only be done in an event where something is objectively stronger than their forces, something they cannot defeat, and something that may cause mayhem. Should it track them back to Limbo? If any of this is disobeyed, if they find out that this was not good cause, then the warden that is also returned with them to Limbo shall be given a fate worse
Unalived.
than death.
Cool.
Does
Yeah,
I can
it's like
assume
this.
rank is the being we just fought. So
If there's another one, he's going away too. And Signing will put his hand to the sigil.
We'll look up
Um,
from his ritual and say, does the one adding the magic also return? Sounds like that it was
Oh,
only meant
good
to be done by
question.
this warden.
I'll
They
read the
shunt
fine
it back
print.
to Limbo?
Is there fine print?
it says the spell reads that only those who originated from Limbo shall be returned to it.
I'm not from Limbo, so
I didn't read that part. It might start glowing again. It just did it on its own. And when that happens, we can double check.
yes.
But
Signing will put his hand to it.
So Lyra,
And,
go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw as Sinian reaches out for the book.
what are you doing?
Oh. Not even gonna make the saving throw, huh?
I'm very excited. I got a 10. I closed the
Why is he
book.
putting your hand in the book? It's your book. What does he need it for?
What are you doing?
Gonna do the ritual.
We don't know if it'll take us all to Limbo yet.
We do. It says it won't.
No,
If only if you're not from Limbo.
What is it?
Yes.
Where did it say that? It's
Right there.
I thought
He's
you-
like he point. He like tries to point. If she lets him.
What? This
It's right there. See, it says only those that are native to Limbo. He doesn't say it in like a language. He just says it in comments like those. He's like tracing his finger. He's like
That's-
those and it probably doesn't align with the text. It's like he's looking at a different text entirely. Because it's probably like the symbols are like really big and squiggly, and then his finger just goes through them. He's
That
like reading
says
through different
indigo
lines of text.
radish plague in Dwarvish.
Well, in whatever this says,
This
It
is
says
deep
that.
Speech.
yes.
If it were Dwarvish, the runes are similar, but that's as close as I could translate.
It looks
You
like
can
common to
read
me.
this.
Yes. he's like being straight up. He's like, "Yep."
Brandy
He's not even
puts her-
like he's not even doing like a shit-eating grin or anything like he
She-
normally does when he's
she
joking.
Puts it, she closes the book and puts it back against her chest. You could read this the whole time.
About when I don't know what those symbols on the in that cave were, but they looked like common to me. That the writing in that book looks like common. So
It's
he
not.
just shrugs.
It's a lot of
Well-
money. Let's do the ritual and get this over with.
Yes. I believe I could force my energy out in strong enough things. Listen, I can level spell up to like 13th level. It's fine.
Force my energy out.
I
You
can.
don't
It
need-
just gives me the spell suck, and it'll be fine.
You don't have to cast like that. You just spat into like multiple spell slots.
No, it's more efficient to level spell to 13. I still will have sorcery points left over. And then a little short rest, most of them come back. It's great.
So, let's just get it over with. And we can all contribute a little bit, and
Here, I'll
Bad.
hold it and make certain it goes right. She
Of course.
opens the book, holding on tightly to the sides of it.
All
Signing
right.
will put his hand on the sigil and...
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, Salang.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Why don't you have resistance? Is this a
You-
charm smile?
It's almost like you don't even invoke this, but your hands just instinctually move back.
Perhaps we shouldn't do this here. If we wait until we get back to Hendrix, we can make certain it happens right away.
see the point in waiting all that long. If it gets rid of them now, we can just do it now.
Well,
So we
won't
couldn't
know if
cut
it
him on
works.
the road.
Right, but why risk walking into the lion's den with the one thing that can get rid of them before just getting rid of them?
We could stay outside just so we can see it.
I see no reason to put this off.
We don't know if we're doing it right.
You said so yourself. It's just channeling magic into it.
I just don't think we should do it here.
All right.
Convince me why.
Solera just stares at the ground. Her hands are like shaking. I just don't think we should. We may not do it right.
Simon, you have that curse breaking abilities ready?
I'll do it now. Piss off. Tag, you're it. Slap.
The curse is removed, and you're surprised now at why you've been defending this book, why you've been holding it so closely, why you've almost like stopped like your one ability to save, like to purge permanently this curse that's been upon this land for so long. Not sure why you were impeding it now.
I apologize. I don't know what came over me. I hand
It's
the book to
fun
Signy
now.
and I'm so sorry.
All good.
Let's just get this over with. All three of us contribute to it. No need to completely drain any one person's resources.
Suppose so.
I believe I
Three of
can help.
us. Oh,
Good. Harful kind of stands up, affixing this new gauntlet that matches the other one. Kind of the silver with golden knuckles. I could hope, should you need it.
thanks,
course.
bro. Split the load.
Signian will, while holding the book, charge it with 2 second level uh blesses. Just blesses
Alright.
it twice.
Alright.
Boom, boom.
Solara, next.
It's 4.
That's 4. So we need. Are we each doing 4
8.
then?
Well,
I
if
can't
you do
bless
4, I can do 3, and Hammerfell does 1.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna do. I'll do 2 of my second level ones. Shoom, shoom.
Voom,
I'll
voom.
do a third level.
And I will provide a first level Shield of Faith into it.
Alright.
I never use my second level spells anyway.
As you all sort of slowly put your hands on top of one another, forming this arcane conduit, this glowing energy. It's not like casting a spell ever before. It like goes from the center of your chest. You see an energy that is representative of you. So for Hammerfell, it's this sort of gray, this darker yellow color that emanates, goes, and it pulses throughout your arm. You see it beyond the armor. It's like a sheen that goes from your armor into the book. Brandy, the first pulse is that of red, and the second one is that of gray. Solara, purple and blue enter the book. And Sinian, black and white.
Ooh.
They both-
Color schemes.
They
Nice.
all venture into the book, and as it does so, the book suddenly this blast. You all get pushed 5 feet away from the book. The book lands on the ground,
And we die.
and the book begins to quickly rotate. As it does so, you see it blast back into the direction of the mountains. At like incredible pace, you see it almost like disappear, almost in an instant. However, not too much later, you see as you hear wails coming from the area behind you as you're facing the mountain. You hear just wails, and you watch when you turn as a bunch of bluish gray bodies, it appears to be translucent, are being drawn over to the mountains. You hear the screaming and retching of these creatures as they are being flung into this involuntarily before the edge of the streak. It seems like thousands of these creatures are brought before it stops, and as it does so, you see a dim light of energy slowly begin to go brighter and brighter as it goes into the sky, and as it does so, it almost as like the day sky becomes nighttime around you for but a moment before. Almost like Team Rocket blasting off again, it goes bing and goes back to daytime. The sky becomes blue.
Our work here is done.
Oh, it would appear to work.
And that seemed mighty final. Let me make breakfast and we can get on our way to Hendrix and hope that this is a matter that can be put to rest.
Of course.
And make a quick breakfast of eggs and pepperoni.
Nice.
Pepperoni.
Nice.
5 temporary hit points.
Oh,
'Cause
fuck, nice.
Bussin'.
It's true. Pepperoni is
Bussin'.
pretty pleasant. Is this a short rest?
Sure.
This I'm gonna be straight
Gotta take a
busted.
short rest.
Short rest.
That
Short rest. I
sounds
get
like my weekend.
short rest. Get a lot of my stuff back, Smile. Except for my points that I had to use to make Solera not be greedy.
She's still saying pickle?
No.
At this point, no.
Okay.
I removed that curse too.
It was removed when we killed the thing.
No, it was still
I
there.
asked.
No, it was still there.
It was still there.
You
It's just
told
been
me-
too
you told me
long.
it was gone.
I swear, check the VOD.
I will.
I remember.
Check
I
the
remember
VOD.
he said it was still there. He said it was still
No,
there.
I
It's
have
just
it in my notes.
we forgore.
Um.
Rachel forgore.
I have it.
Check the
Forward.
VOD.
later.
All right. Yes. Moving on.
Anyway.
Moving right along.
Breakfast is served, and you all gain those 5 temporary hit points before.
Slayer's not hungry.
All right.
She just kind of stares at the ground.
Before
alright?
the day is yours.
Brandy's gonna sit next to Salira while eating. You should really. Okay,
I'm not very hungry. I'm all right, thank you. We should be heading back. I'd like to see how Hendrix is doing.
yeah. I'm also worried about how you're doing, man.
I'm all right. I really am sorry about my behavior. I don't know what came over me. But I'm all right now. It's just very excited about that book, I suppose.
Or it was cursed and probably wanted you to read something that probably would have been bad.
Sorry, I kind of missed the description a bit. Is the book still here, or did it fly off?
No, it flew into the mountains.
It flew off with the whatever those
Limbo blasting off again.
were. Bye.
Bing.
How long before we get back to Hendrix? Is it another 6 hours or so?
This was 5, you said?
Yep.
So if we maintain a little pace, I would not mind just picking it up a little bit.
It appears
Yes.
we don't have too much to worry about. Well, at least I hope so.
Hopefully not.
I'm gonna put my stuff in my bag and get ready to go.
All right.
If you want to see what I can and can't read, we can do quizzes while we walk. You write whatever you think is super hard to read, and I'll read it.
I didn't know you could do that.
Me neither.
You say regular marching pace, or you pick it up a little bit?
I'm just
Feast.
picking it up a little.
Feast.
Rapid pace wouldn't hurt.
Rapido.
Fast
Yeah.
pace?
All right.
I don't, Brandy, I don't want you to, it wasn't that it was unappetizing. I'm not hungry in the mornings a lot of the time. It's, your food is delicious. I
No
just
need,
didn't want
man.
to. What'd you say?
No need, man.
Anyway, yeah.
On the
a
road
little faster.
again.
On
All
the
right.
road again.
Did you just hear me?
You all begin to descend into the more level areas of the forest rather than the mountainous, forested combination area that exists between the Tempered Range and Hendrix. You're finally departing into the flat area, able to move at a bit of a quicker speed. And I dropped a dice, but don't worry. Somebody, let's say, oh right, I'm rolling for this.
No more wisdom saves.
Salira, roll any die.
Any? Okay.
Any die.
Is it slash roll for roll 20?
Mm-hmm.
Flash R.
Flash R, but yeah.
You gotta enter a D in front of it.
Oh. I don't think that. I don't. Oh, I did. Okay. 37,346.
All right. Please roll an additional D8 for me.
That's fair. I got a 3.
All right.
Because catch me ruining the any die thing.
All right. Nice. A spirit of swiftness almost propels itself through you. It's almost like you gain this this vigor and this sudden burst of swiftness that allows you to traverse a little bit faster, allowing you to make this trip. Normally, this would take one day off your journey. However, this will allow you to get to town within probably 2.5 hours instead, as you make even quicker pace.
Oh. We're just
Oh.
booking it through the mountains.
It's not even like you notice it at first. It's just you suddenly realize the trees are passing by at incredibly fast pace, and suddenly the town of Hendrix sits before you, and in a bit of a state, as you approach, you could see the majority of the township seems a lot of population is circled around the remains of where the mayor once lived and rested before it had been broken into
I thought you
and
were saying the
searched.
remains of the mayor.
Oh, the mayor. Yeah, me too. Oh no, they got
It's
him.
Emerald.
And it appears as though there is some sort of conversation going on, like between people. However, this is viewing it quite far away. If you'd like to approach closer.
I say we get closer.
Closer.
I want to see the mayor. I hope he's okay.
He was taken too. He was an insider all along.
No.
He was the only one. The other ones were actual people.
Maybe. Did the mayor and what was the name? Tyrion? Were they hiding in the tunnels or did they go somewhere?
It's assumed that you guys assume they went somewhere, I believe.
I'm gonna go see what people are saying about the town hall.
Yes.
All right. As you all approach, the people all immediately turn to you. Probably once you get in, one of them will say, "Sorry, this female halfling, low to the ground with long dark hair and blue eyes, will turn to you and say, I woke up in a house that wasn't mine this morning. You're the only people new to town I've seen. Do you have any idea what happened?"
I
Well.
think we should get everyone together and explain. I'd be happy to. Is this everyone in town?
We can't find the mayor.
Right. Well, first, everything is all right. There has been a magical effect on the town, but it should be gone. We can explain in more detail once we've got everyone together. We should go find the mayor, though. He was unaffected and has been trying to help from here.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Should we be looking for the mayor, or is he quite far out of town?
Oh.
I believe he's still here.
Well,
We'll
if we
take a look
sent
for
him
him.
south?
Do you have anywhere in town that is good for gatherings of many people, where we could explain properly to everyone?
There's the Drip Theater.
That could work.
Yes, I think that'd do quite nicely.
Why don't we have everyone meet there? What time of day is it?
Currently, 2.5 hours. Probably still late morning, early afternoon.
Why don't we have everyone meet there at noon? And we'll go look for the mayor in the meantime. If we don't find him by then, we'll just explain then and continue looking. But everything is all right. Please spread the word not to worry.
All right.
Thank you.
Sounds wonderful. Right. I have been given a very important job, and I am not a person of importance, but I will try my best.
Well, let's talk to the crowd. Where is the theater?
It is. I can show you in a moment, but first off, who am I saying we're meeting, and should I? My name is Vindict Ademfleur. Sorry.
Right.
Should
I'm gonna.
Big.
I'll go announce it. I'm gonna look at the others, and I'm gonna
Alright.
start heading up towards like the steps of the mayor's house, like where everyone's gathered.
All right.
Follow.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
The bunch of murmurs are currently going on as people are talking. A lot of like, where is he? What the fuck happened? I don't know. Avondale's looks like it's fucking ghost place, dude. It's like, yeah, maybe he finally made a move on that gnome girl. Fuck, I don't know, man.
So once we reach the steps, I'm gonna use minor illusion to increase the volume of my voice, so that hopefully it can be heard of the murmur. Everyone, quiet, please. Quiet down. If you'll just give us a moment, we can explain what's going on.
All right. Maybe. Okay. They'll sort of simmer down and look up to you guys.
Many of you may have found yourselves in unfamiliar places today, and things may seem as if events may have occurred that you don't remember. First, it is important to know that you are all safe. There has been an enchantment placed on the town by a group of hostile entities from elsewhere who have since been expelled.
As soon as you say that, the crowd begins. What imposters? What is going on? I don't know.
Sussy.
I don't. Then they begin shouting questions like, "When did this happen? How long has it been like this? How where is everyone? Where's my family? Where's the professors? Where's the teachers? Like, there's a lot of call out for.
I can only answer
for-
one question at a time.
One of the younger kids will raise their hand.
That works, yes?
Hi. My name's Bill. I got up. I was in my normal place this morning, so I don't know what's up with that. But I went up and I went to I go to school sometimes. But my
Sometimes.
parents weren't home, so I decided to go today. And I went, and none of my teachers were there. So I was wondering if you could tell me what's up with that. Because I think I'm a student, so they probably would have gone to class, right?
It would seem to be that way. One does expect their teachers to be at school. Today is the 37th of Nadri. That may not be the date you remember. Today is actually, nope. I'm gonna say today is the 38th of Nadri. I know it's weird with a long rest, and I forgot that. I knew it was the 37th. Anyway, today is the 38th of Nadri. That may not be the date you remember it being. Some time has passed between the time the enchantment was cast and today. As I said, there were beings from another plane that wanted to use the minds of this town for their own purposes. If you want more detail, I would be happy to explain later. But
Another plane.
yes?
What is that? You just said another plane and just kept on talking like that was common knowledge.
Brandy's gonna lean over to Saliva. You're giving them far too much information. They don't understand.
So aliens?
describe them as such, yes. But the most important thing to know right now, if you want to know the details of what happened, I would be happy to answer questions. But for now, it's important to focus on locating your loved ones, those you may have lived with, and life can resume as usual as soon as we can get reorganized.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can any of us help her?
Yeah. Look authoritative, guys.
Yeah, I'm good at them.
Sure.
I have a passive intimidation of 19.
Okay, but I got a 21 and a 27. So
But are you the best though?
I am the best. Do you want to make me the best?
I'll just put a hand on your shoulder and subtle cast it, so I'm not like
Alright.
casting magic in front of everyone. But
So I
yeah,
get a D4.
yes.
So I got a 29.
All right.
Are they
Everyone-
convinced?
Everyone seems fairly accepting of it, but also like there are a lot of questions and there is a lot of uproar, just like of the loudness of the people, within.
I shall be staying here to help with organization until we can locate the mayor and he can make sure things run smoothly from there. I'm gonna turn to the others. I can stay here. I can stay here and work with them if you want to go find Mayor Hike,
Of course.
I will say
Very
at
well.
that moment,
if that's all right.
you all die.
Oh.
It was all
Uh,
a dream.
It's an unfortunate end of the game, but you know.
At that
an inevitable
moment,
one.
while you all are discussing this, there was an uproar, but then it's slowly silenced, and you hear like this muffled voice. When you see like a wave, almost like a parting sea, the crowd begins to part and make way for a creature that is invisible at first. Not invisible, but like out of your range of sight as like these taller people are putting around it. But behind whatever creature is in front, you see what appears to be what appears to be a green-looking water genasi with goggles and this blue hair that sweeps behind them, longer, sort of saying, "Right, I tell you, Mayor, this place has gotten way worse since I've been here." And you hear the piercing voice of Sir Emerald Hike
Yes.
pushing through the crowd, saying, "You should have seen it the way it was before. It was way fucking worse." All right. Hello, everyone.
Mayor
All right.
Hike,
Oh,
so good to see you.
hello. Oh
Well,
my
it is.
god. So you
Oh,
solved
good.
everything then?
Yes, the monsters
appears so.
have been slain.
All right. He
All of
turns to the
your-
crowd. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, all of your citizens have their memories returned. It would seem.
Oh, lovely.
Well, some of them are still missing. Although I feared they may have met a grimmer fate.
Hey,
than we
let's go
should
ahead and keep
share
that.
at the moment.
Yes, I completely
We
agree.
will sort things out on a smaller level. Yes?
Yes, I think you've all been through so much already. I don't think this should be your problem. This is actually my kind of forte. So,
Wonderful.
They,
if
they
you
need
like,
you right now.
Thank you, Mayor
yes,
Hike.
I can't agree more. He'll turn. Hello everybody. My absence was sort of unplanned and short notice, but you all were kind of trying to kill me at the time. You don't remember that, but don't worry. In no short words, the heroes of this town are none other than those you see before you. They kept you from becoming mindless monsters or whatever you were, and they banished people who had taken the lives of the friends and family we've made. As for where some of those people are at the moment, we will continue searching, and no doubt they will be found. But in the meantime, celebrate this victory, and I plan to award these people accordingly. And says, wait right here a moment. Some of you may not be too keen on this, but it's very important for the people to see. And he will enter into the broken-in mayor's house for a moment before he returns with a beautiful gem-encrusted pommel attached to a long broadsword, it appears. Says, and he says, kneel down to like all of you.
I do.
Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he beheads us. Now that we're
He kills
completely...
all of you.
We're-
I am
we're
the real
prone.
hero.
I am the hero now. It was me. I was the big bad.
He slowly taps each of you on each of your shoulders, going down the line, as he says, as mayor of Hendrix, I now make these people knights. They are our esteemed offenders, and though it's not a permanent job, we will never forget the work they've done. And he says, I will contact you privately with a gold award, but they don't want to see that.
Thank you very much, Mayor Hike.
If you have any questions, go ahead and come ask me. I'm as tired as you are. I'm going to Arendale's.
You have your work cut out for you.
Believe me, I know, but it's work I've done for a long time.
Best of luck.
Oh, yes. We can only wish you the best.
The crowd, except for the one water genasi, follows the mayor. For this one turns and looks at you, Salira. That cloak looks familiar.
Oh!
We're not wearing the cloaks.
Oh,
The invisibility cloak.
yeah, I entirely forgot. I'm so sorry. This is Mayor Hike's. He lent it to us for the journey.
I think Mayor Hike might have gone there from my shop.
Speaking of, if you would,
I look
if
at
you would-
Signy.
What are you talking
If you
about?
would-
What are you looking at me for? What are you looking at me for?
if you would like to accompany us to your shop, there are some items we'd have you look at, as it seems there might be cursed items in your shop now. If you would accompany us to your shop.
So we have much to discuss.
When it rains, it pours. All right, let's head over.
Right.
She will lead you back to the Irreducible Store's Tale, which, as you could, anything that was previously broken or put out of place is now put back in place, except for one yellow revolver that doesn't seem to be back in the place that that it was originally found. She opens the door. Funny, I usually lock this. One that was impersonating me must not have been that good. All right.
Yeah. I reach in, as you stepping in, I reach into my box. The one impersonating you had sold us these. They provided the benefit, but also had some curses applied to them, and I pull out the cloaks, the pearl, and the
All right.
Fernian focus.
All right. Let's hope that was dispelled with all the other shit you got rid of. Places down a large pack onto the ground. Sort of clanks and such as she shoves it aside. All right. Pulls out a pearl that is attached to a tiny, almost wand. She says, "How many one of the things? This will be a moment."
Of course, and spread them out on the counter.
It's probably focused on the Fernian focus for her, since she knows you were interested in buying it back in Finette. She will do a quick scan of it for a minute.
Wait.
Is that the dial-up sound?
Yes. That's what I was doing.
After which point she will put down this one, put on some glasses and write down something I know and say, all right, seems like whatever was on here has been purged along with everything else you managed to get rid of. I thank you for that. Given the fact that you probably saved, of course you saved the people, but what matters more is the magical items in here from being borderline unsellable. I will allow each of you to choose one item from the shop to have for free.
Oh, that's
That's
very
quite
generous.
generous.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm a very generous person. I've been told that a lot.
We also, along with what the mayor took, accidentally took a goblet from here, and that will be mine. You can keep it, Sinead.
Signing will present it with the funny gem in it now.
Strange. I don't remember that being there. As far as I know, that's an item that holds boundless potential, but it's kind of lacking in something, but seems like you're on the right way to figuring it out.
Right. Does it count?
No,
Well.
that's you can. That will be mine.
+7 to persuasion?
I can't do it on.
Oh my god.
I can do it on attack rolls and.
Do we do inspiration in this game?
Wait.
I did it a couple times.
I'm first. Also free?
And she said, as long as you finish the job I originally hired you to do, sure, why not?
Of course. That's why we're here.
Able to find the ones we were looking for, but hopefully they're still around. But
Sure, they'll pop up.
Signing will.
It's no hurry. I'm certain you need a break after everything the mayor's told me about.
Of course.
I have one question. How much for this? I point to the front of your focus.
I am referencing notes for a moment.
It's common, if it helps.
Are these the fake prices? No, I have. Hold up, let me look. I have
Oh yeah, you have the
prices
fake
written.
prices.
The fake. Oh.
The
Let me. It's in my notes app on my phone.
Mm.
Notes.
While that's happening, Signing will try to like look around and then casually go like he's looking around and stuff, and then find his hiding place for the gun.
All right.
Be like, ah.
That'll be 75 gold for one of those.
I'll give you 100. Pay for that and take one of these cloaks as my free item.
All right, sounds good to me. Take the 100 and do it, and she'll also just give me a moment with each of your items as well, just to make sure it's not cursed before you get it. She identify the cloak and confirm for you that it is in fact no longer cursed.
What does this gun do?
Weird. I didn't know I left that out, but that is a gun known as a where's your
Do you need the name?
I know the name.
Does she know the name?
That's Topaz Annihilator.
Yep. There it is.
It's an incredible gun, and I'll be honest, it's a bit much for me to be giving away. It is. Tell you what, I'll let you pay half price for it. And
Which would be?
that is already more than generous.
Which would be?
750 gold.
Damn
Sorry.
it! No.
Like, I'm so close. Oh no. I cried.
We're getting a gold reward, so maybe that'll.
Can I put it on hold?
If you like. I don't imagine anyone's gonna buy it soon. Nobody's got 1,500 gold laying around.
I hope not.
Brandy.
looks
Buys
doesn't
the
look at the
gun
genie.
before.
I can't. I don't even know if I could use it, but gun.
You can ask all you want about your funny wand. I've got plans with this money.
All right, we can wait until we see what the
All right.
mayor would like, and then
Feel free to come in
we can-
another day. What about you two? Looks at Lyra and Hammerfell.
Is there anything interesting on the walls?
Yeah.
Go ahead and you could go ahead and use your passive perception, and you'll be able to find.
18.
Thank you.
15.
Thank you. Yes, with that you're able to find as much as you're willing. There is also what is on the table is 2 more cloaks of protection. There is a pearl of power. There is there are the various other kinds of wood focuses, whether it be Fernian, Irian rosewood, Mulberry ebonwood, Rizian pinewood, Shavarian birchwood, or Zorian wenge. There is.
What do the focuses do?
Different damage types get a
Oh,
plus
okay.
1 damage.
Yes. There is a pair of boots that has like these sort of illusory springs attached to the back of them. There is a cloak that takes the form of a ray. There is a pen that appears to be made out of a green crystalline emerald-like sort of look.
Ooh, I'm gonna look at that.
All right. As you sort of like look at it, it doesn't really appear like a functional pen. Like it has no point to separate to refill with ink. It does like have a clicker that sends the pinpoint in and out. However, no way to refill with ink, and almost like it's heavy enough to the point where you think that this isn't hollow and there is no place to put ink within.
And it looks like it's made of emeralds.
Yes.
Okay. What is this?
That's a small little contraption. It's sort of doesn't really have a real fancy name, just an emerald pen. I acquired it from another group of adventurers such as yourself, claimed to have slain some sort of dragon made of this stuff. Of course, you know, people go spouting tales all over town. As far as what it's able to do, it doesn't.
Real quick.
Yes.
I never added in the gold that I never took back the gold. How much gold did I originally pay for these like items? I never grabbed. I never put it back in. For me.
It would have been.
What was the fake price for the?
I believe 260 gold for everything you would have bought, Brandy. Would be the fake price. And she will go on to say, this it doesn't require any ink to write, so we can write on and on and on without ever needing a refill, and you can also sort of write messages that only you can understand. Only you and people you test.
Oh. I would love to have this.
Sounds wonderful. That's one of the cheaper things I have here, so it's definitely good for me.
Thank you.
Give me a moment to make sure it's not. She will sort of scan over it and hand it to you and say, "All right, sounds wonderful."
Thank you.
Let me go ahead. I will get you these item cards probably by next week because they all currently have the wrong prices and shit on them.
Yeah.
If you are still looking around Hammerfell, there
Oh, yeah.
is a bottle that just has this constant flowing smoke within it, with a cork in the top. There are these gauntlets that are brown, and also have along the fingers of the gauntlets there are these golden rings. There are gloves next to them that appear a lot more light, this sort of blue tinged gloves. There are other gloves that are more green and like camouflage color. There is an emblem that appears to be that of a shield brand. It looks like it's something that you can attach to something larger. There
Hmm.
is a headband with a brain on it that is colored a rose sort of red. There is a rod that has a on the top of it appears to be a unicorn, uh, sort of forged into the metal. There is a ring that has a similar spring to that of the boots. There is a shield with an eye on it, and that appears to be everything within here.
The emblem. I'll go over to that and pick it up.
Right.
What does this do?
That's well, let me tell you. That is an emblem. It's sort of a strange thing that you can attach to a shield or a piece of armor. I believe it's three times a day. When you or somebody you could see within a reasonable distance gets hit with a rather nasty attack, you can make that nasty attack just a normal attack.
That seems quite helpful.
I think so. That's one I designed myself.
Oh, very well.
Love that.
Yes, I believe I will take this.
All right. Go ahead
Should
and have
that
it.
be okay?
Oh, of course. It's not my most expensive item either, so I'm appreciative you all are picking the cheaper things, except for you who wanted to try and rob me blind, but
It all evens
What?
out.
What?
come back to me
No.
tomorrow with 750 gold and we'll be sitting pretty. If anyone likes to buy anything, maybe that would also be good. I'm here after all.
What does this shield do?
That shield, it sort of taps into your mind and makes you it gives you lets you keep an eye out a bit better.
Do you have anything that can send messages over distances?
What you're pondering of is sending stones, and unfortunately, I don't have anything upon that at the moment. Sold my last pair back in probably about a month ago, actually, before I headed over to Finette.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh, as well.
I think that I will take the shield.
All right, the shield. The shield is going to be. For the shield is 250 gold pieces. Sure, you can afford it.
Oh, yes, of course. And I will fish around in my bag and pull out 250 gold pieces.
All right. Hand it back to you. Love a big spender, especially when you get something for free. All right. Anyone else?
I think I'm all right. Thank you.
I'll have to come back.
All right.
I'm spoken for, but thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Come back when you got more money.
Of course.
Yes, and should we return to you about the job once
Yeah,
your associates are found?
that makes sense. I'll go ahead and link up with them, see if I can find them, and then I'll let them know where to find you.
Very well.
We'll probably be spending the next day and a half or so recuperating and and such, recovering from such an ordeal. So probably within the next 2 days or so, we'll be
All right,
able to.
feel free to take all the time you need. I'm not sure that they'll be ready to go. They're kind of frail people. They might. If I were you, I'd take the week off. I know it'll be a while for them.
Understood.
She sort of ushers you out after payments have been made, because and as she does so, she like as soon as you leave, she locks the door and like sort of closes curtains and begins. You hear her like begin like talking about
Taking stock.
yeah.
Talking about what?
Taking stock.
Ah.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
Well, that was quite generous of her.
Of course.
What say we do now?
Go back to the inn, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a good course of action.
I'll meet you there. I wanted to have a word with the mayor first, if you wouldn't mind.
Huh?
I'll
Yes,
go.
very well.
I know where I'm going, so I'll just meet you there.
See you soon.
What?
I'm gonna start
Good
heading
night.
back to the inn.
Very. So, how does it feel to be knighted?
It's quite an honor. You're double knighted now.
Ah, yes.
Knight squared.
Should
Play
just
the
see
square
how many
knight.
knighthoods you can collect, Sir Hammerfell. Sir Hammerfell.
Double Sir Hammerfell.
Every
Sire Hammerfell.
every town I meet, and help them with their issues.
You should just collect the titles. Does that make...
Be the most
That makes me a
well
date.
renowned.
Yes?
Oh yes, I believe so. Will be the most well renowned in all the land.
Next thing you know, we'll be jousting.
Well, you said you're trained in some forms of combat with lighter weapons, knives, and that sort.
Me?
Like ours. Yes.
No, I've never been jousting. No.
Oh, of course not jousting. We started small, of course.
Yes, I trained with swords and bows and daggers. All it was tradition, you know.
Oh yes, I can teach you some more, should you wish. A bit of sparring sessions in case if you ever had to need it, have to use it.
That might be a good idea. Perhaps on the way to Tinkerton.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. What are you, Sinian? Trained with anything? Are you trained in any sorts of weaponry?
The simple things, I suppose.
Oh well, perhaps I can teach both of you.
Perhaps. If I get that weapon, I'd like to learn to use that. I'm certain it's not the easiest to use.
Oh, perhaps not. But I'm sure you'll manage.
Hopefully.
I think we'll have an excellent teacher.
Of
Yes, I'll
course.
show you what I know.
How long is Brandy gone, do you think?
Who knows? Let's see. As Brandy approaches Arendale's. You're heading to Arendale's to meet with the mayor, correct, Brandy?
Yeah.
All right. You sort of as you make it to Arendale's, you see that all the shutters are actually open now, and you can see a very lively crowd, and just beyond the doors there to your left along the bar. You can see at the end of the bar, at the seats, just at the end, is sitting Sir Emerald Hike, facing and talking to what appears to be a gnome individual. Uh, uh, Supposedly, they are having a rather intense conversation. As you approach, the gnome is saying, "Oh my god, yeah, dude, she's just the most beautiful gnome I've ever seen. Like, I have a picture. Oh, hello. Hey, can I help you? Oh, hey.
Stop.
I-
Stop it. I
anything you-
appear. Oh, Mitch appears. Mitch appears in the game and slaps this gnome and then dies immediately.
Sydney is like, no, fuck you, and then teleports back. She's like, oh, hello. Anything I can help you with, or is there? Do you need the money taken care of immediately? Because I can help you out right now if you need.
No, I just had a quick question for the mayor.
Oh yes, I am the mayor currently talking.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize which voice was speaking. Oh, let's see us probably being in town for the next couple of days as we recuperate and such. And I was just wondering, in your opinion, what is the finest restaurant in the city I could take my friends to?
The finest restaurant. That would be Koren. That is the most fine dining establishment that exists, although it is a bit pricey, I will warn you.
And where would I find this restaurant?
That is the crowning pinnacle of the merchant side of Hendrix. It's if you follow it sort of to its end, you'll it has these huge bright lights that it shines into the sky. At least it used to before everything happened. I'm sure they'll open up right back up again. I mean, this place is open already, so I imagine
See,
it.
so accept a private reservation for the heroes of Hendrix.
I know the owner, and I can have it arranged.
I'll go ahead and walk over myself. I like to handle these things personally, if you don't mind. Though I will drop your name if they seem to be difficult.
All right. Any more information you need?
That's all. Thank you.
All right.
Now I'll start making my way towards this fabled dual light restaurant.
All right. As you make it in there, you already you make your way. You see just across all over town, people are trying to get back to what they were doing before. People getting back to work, making repairs as needed. And as you make it to the end of this half of Hendrix, you see two people currently working with these lights, almost similar to like those lights that are in like big cities that they shine across the sky in order to draw attention to themselves. And there is a incredibly fine. It seems like every single piece of this place is built out of various pieces of marbles and hardwoods, and strewn above in illusory writing is named Karen's.
I'll stroll up to the restaurant.
All right. As you do so, there is a human there with a rather large handlebar mustache, greaseback hair, with a fez on top of his head, with the green color fez with the blue color string dangling off the top of it. This very ornate sort of dress robes, and he approaches you and says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hello, I was hoping to try and make a reservation for tomorrow evening.
Looks you up and down. I don't know if this is your kind of establishment.
What's your going rate for the menu, then?
Some of the plates can go to 5 gold.
She leans over to him and kind of like hip forward with her box and goes, I think I can afford it, and just opens the box to show the pile of gold in her person.
You're gonna get
His
robbed.
gaudy smile just suddenly like turns into like a shocked face of oh shit, and says, "Right, of course. When can I make you a reservation, Your Majesty?"
There'll be a reservation for 4 tomorrow, just after sundown.
All right. Of course, I don't have to remind you because of your nobility, but you are aware of the dress code.
Oh, we'll be just in finery. That is no problem at all.
All right.
I'm, I'm traveling with a knight and another member of nobility, and I suppose he is also a member of nobility, as well as we are the 4 who have released your town from these clutches. So she gives like a very like wide grin at him.
Of course. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. I will see you all tomorrow evening. Have a wonderful. May Avandra bless you on your travels.
I'll see you tomorrow. And walks back to the inn.
All right. You all probably arrive at the inn, probably about 10 to 15 minutes before Brandy does. And as you do, the innkeeper's like, "Oh, hey, thank you for saving my aspect there."
Oh, of course. Is what we're here to do.
Staring to rule, sitting there, with the he's
Tyrion
again
DeRule?
a yes. Oh, not
I thought it was
sorry.
Tyrion.
Let me. Yeah, I probably pronounced his name wrong. Is
Terry
Tyrion
got rule.
Okay,
Tyrion
I was like,
Ume.
wait, did I write that down wrong?
He sits there and says, "The room is yours for as long as you want it." And I'm sorry again.
Oh, there's no worries. You are of valuable help.
Please don't apologize. We appreciate your help.
All right. I have some guests to attend to, real ones this time. But enjoy the room.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. As soon as we get back to the room, Celera's smile just kind of drops and she just lays down on one of the beds.
All right.
Not sure about all of you, but I am quite tired after the day. Well, not just today, just in general. We've been through quite a lot.
Is
Yes.
this what it's normally like on your adventures, Sir Hammerfell?
Oh, yes, usually, but oh, it comes in waves, and this is definitely one of the larger ones. But we mustn't be stagnant for too long. Got to keep moving. Got to continue.
Well, we shall be off there soon.
Yes, I suppose so. As long as her our Genasi friend, her associate survived. I sure hope they did.
This town is headed into a difficult period.
That it is.
I don't
just,
envy Mayor Hike one bit.
Oh no, me neither.
I apologize for my behavior this morning. I don't.
Oh no, quite all right. It's something that we've just seen
can't believe I didn't recognize it.
Well, it muddles the mind. It's hard to notice while you are enchanted.
It does. It is.
Oh, good thing we have Sunny in here to pull us out.
Yep.
You must be exhausted.
From walking? Yes.
Just quite a lot of walking. It's just nice.
We gotta do it again tomorrow.
Not necessarily. I'm not sure when we're heading out. Could be tomorrow. Could be a few weeks from now. Oh, we should probably check on the horses.
The Kungaduro! Sunny bolts out.
Brandy,
Oh,
as
I
you
look at
approach
Sir
the door,
Hammerfell. Just run right into Brandy.
as you
Thud.
approach the door, going to open it, the door slams open. You manage to duck out of the way in time. You see Simeon running, bolting off in the direction of the stables.
I need
Right.
to check on the horses.
Right. Well, tomorrow, hon, you and I will be getting up early and heading to the bathhouse.
The
So
bathhouse.
Hammerfell, I'll be taking you and Signing to get tailored for some formal clothes. I'm taking you all to dinner tomorrow night.
oh,
My clothes are formal.
very well.
Thank you.
Yes, this is quite a surprise.
We have quite a lot to be thankful for and to celebrate, so I'm taking you all for a treat.
Well, thank you, Brandy.
That's so nice of you. Thank you.
Reservations for tomorrow night after sundown, so we should have plenty of time because we are a bit more active than the regular passerby. So Laura, I'll be taking you out for some fun tomorrow morning, relaxation, and boys, I'll be taking you out after that to get your formal attire.
I wouldn't mind going to the bathhouse. It's been some time.
Right.
All right, Simeon, as you approach what appear to be empty stables. That is until you see probably about as you look around for a bit, you see that the main housing that the stables are approached to, there appears to be like a rather large basement door, one of those angled doors that are pressed up against the house, and you see it open, and coming out is a large ogre with a horse on each of his shoulders. They're sort of kicking a bunch as he comes out, and he places them out, and then he goes down again. And as he comes out, within two of his hands, you see the Kungadero in pristine condition, placed outside. That appears to be communicating with a human, probably redhead, about 5 feet tall, rather short, for a humanoid. Uh, as you approach, you probably hear him saying, "Yeah, this was just sort of in there last time when I went in there. Yeah, he was down there." The dude is like, "Honestly, I don't know how you keep on bringing things that don't. Were you doing this the entire time that I was off not being your manager?" He's like, "Yeah, I think I was running the thing pretty well though, because I mean, there were like 2 whole horses down there and a cart too." It's like, honestly, do you not think that they're probably from the same person? Uh, as you approach Simeon.
They're mine.
They're what?
Uh,
Oh yeah, they're these guys. How could you
yes.
possibly know that? I just know. I mean, look at
Yes,
Jakar and look at him.
Yes, I had left my cart and our 2 horses here. we're just coming to check in on them with all of this hubbub happening, making sure they weren't eaten or anything.
All right. How much did he charge you?
Good question. Signing would know. Signing would freaking know, but Mitch is a dum dum and does not remember the price. I feel in my bones it was
Wasn't it like
25
I
or less.
Hammerfell? Oh wait, I think this might be from a different place.
I don't think nobody
Was-
fucking wrote that down. That's such a specific thing.
No, I just know Sir Hammerfell paid double for
Oh
like,
yeah,
like a
I
tip or something. His
I-
name is
I paid,
Trick,
like-
but I don't have the exact.
I
I
paid
think
like
it's like 10
20
gold.
gold. I think. Yeah, 10 gold extra. I think.
We had
Yeah.
paid a total of 20 gold, I believe.
Yeah, so yeah, he paid 20 gold. I remember that. All right. Well, that's our indefinite pricing, so you're lucky. Be sure to pick him up whenever you get the chance. You're causing a bunch of problems for my papers.
Sorry. We will be sure to pick them up. Would you like them to be picked up now, or are you still able to hold them?
We're able to hold them. Like he says that at the same time. He says, "You should pick him up." God damn it!
Okay. Well, I'll take them. It's fine.
You're taking them?
Yeah. Does the inn have a stable, or is
No.
this the only stable in town?
This is the stable in town.
Son of a bitch. Never mind. How much would it be to keep them an extra day or two?
Oh, you can keep him here as long as you want, but you paid for indefinite pricing. But if you want to be nice about it, you can pick him up as soon as you can.
Will do. Thank you for keeping good. He like tries not to be sarcastic when he says good, good care of the horses.
Yeah, I take really good care of horses.
I love Trick. I would die for Trick.
Yes. And then Sunny goes back.
All right, as you run back throughout the town of Hendrix, newly renewed with not such a sense of being watched or a sense of this constant looming doom, but now with a sense of community and a sense of this is gonna suck for a while, but we'll get through it. It's the humanoid condition, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. A little bit late, but
It was
with
good though.
to establish plans for next session.
Yeah, I had really fun. I'm gonna head right to bed because I gotta get up.
sleep.
I had really
I have
fun.
work in 4 hours. So.
All right,
Commit
go ahead.
sleep.
Fuck.
Sleep well.
Commit
Yikes.
sleep.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you guys so much for
Oh,
joining
there
us.
she goes.
That is the next episode of Echoes of Eidolon. So, bye.
Super excited for that. Should be a fun little low-key session.
True.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you all next week.
See you
Yeah.
next week.
Goodbye. I'm going to pass out now. Goodbye.